Good morning. I'm Suzy Jacobs. Join me here at 11:07, Monday to Friday, for 9 minutes, as we unpack the assumptions that can undermine your confidence and create havoc with your best laid plans, which is what happened to me this morning. This is actually a recorded version of what was supposed to be day 11 of our Facebook Live campaign, 30 Ways in 30 Days. So, coming to you from the lighthouse down in Watson's Bay, here we are, the recorded, not the live version. Today is all about how we can use the daily grind in life to really nurture our inner guru, to become more self-aware, to elevate our EQ. But before we get on to how to do that, I want to recap from yesterday, where we looked at the meaning of life and how the way we think creates the meaning we apply to whatever we experience in life. So if it's raining outside and we have a nice cozy day planned where we're going to sit inside and read a book, we think, oh, how delightful. But if it's raining and we've got a day on the harbour and we've got our best frock prepared for the day, we can go, wish this hadn't happened. What we think about the external circumstances is actually what determines our experience of life. How we can manipulate and manage that internal process is what we're interested in at Activator Academy. Because when we know how to do that for ourselves, we are empowered in any situation. So if you joined us yesterday and you spent the last 24 hours really listening into your internal dialogue, writing it down so that you can know it, own it, change it, or at least choose it. That's the process. You want to know what's going on inside your head, because whatever you think is what is creating your experience of life. So you want to know it, own it, change it, or choose it. So if you've been doing that, you're on the way to understanding this internal process and how you can identify the independent elements, understand how they work and process them differently so you can actually create and choose your experience of life. So why are we here today at the Lighthouse? Because we talk about lighthouse moments as a part of the program at Activator Academy. They're the friction points that occur any time we are growing. Now, that growth may not be your choice. You could be at a point in time where you're going through a separation, where you've lost your job, where your business is doing the hard yards, you're really finding it tough. It could be that you're having challenging moments with your children. Any of those situations create friction points for us. And those friction points, we often assume like there's something wrong with us, that we should know how to do this better. And it can cause us frustration and anger and sadness and really trigger our not good enough stuff. But here's the thing, this is the fact. Those friction points are actually lighthouse moments. They're moments which are signaling to us that there is something to pay attention to. It's the meaning, like we identified yesterday. It could be a feeling. There could be a judgment around it. And when you pay attention, you get to learn what those friction points are for you, what those lighthouse moments are telling you about how you construct your world. Now, because we've assumed that there's something wrong when we encounter that disruption that comes with change, we have a tendency to push it away, to ignore it, to wish it wasn't there. And in fact, that's the worst thing we could be doing. Remember that old saying, whatever we resist persists. It's the same thing. Friction points occur at any time there is change. When there's change, there's growth, there's disruption, and there's something for us to learn. Yeah? change, growth, disruption, something to learn. When you hit those friction points and you feel frustrated, stuck, upset, you're judging yourself harshly, you're feeling bad, it's a lighthouse moment. There's something to learn. And here's the truth. You've assumed that you should know how to process these things in life. But the fact is that we were never taught. There's a guy called Jack Cornfield. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. Sold millions of copies of this book. And he said, you know what? When we get to our EQ training early, we call it an education. When we get to it late, we call it therapy. There's nothing wrong and there's nothing to fix, but there is some really valuable stuff to learn. And that's what we do at Activator Academy. And actually, I have to say that today we had our first ever Rainmaker graduates complete Course 1, Course 2, and Course 3. And they are able to understand their process, identify their elements that go into how they construct their view of the world. They know how to process them, how to identify them, what they make them mean, and they have the freedom now to choose to process them differently and in a way that works for them. It is the greatest freedom we have, the freedom to choose. So, listen to your internal dialogue. Don't assume there's something wrong. Remind yourself that they are lighthouse moments and there is something to learn. And you can choose to train your brain to process these things differently. It's think different. Brain training. Nothing wrong, nothing to fix, but some freaking valuable stuff to learn. Now here's the question for you. How much is it worth to you? Seriously. One life. One gorgeous, beautiful, short, sweet life. You get to choose. You can choose to stay small because you don't know how to construct your world to play a bigger game. Or you can choose to remind yourself that you are worth it and there's an education to be had and that you can go out and grab that so you can start living the life of your dreams. Activator Academy is taking expressions of interest for our September program. It starts on the 24th of September. That's the first program, the 2 or 3 to choose from. It's an expression of interest. Start your journey. Get in contact with us. Let us know that you're keen. And let's work out where you want to go in life. If that's not for you, go to suzyjacobs.com and read more. Get excited. Continue your journey at your own pace. And when you're ready, reach out to us. This has been day 11 of 30 Ways, 30 Days. I'm Suzy Jacobs. I'm here Monday to Friday at 11:07 to give you 9 minutes of testing and uncovering your assumptions so that you have the freedom to choose and create a life that you love. I look forward to seeing you here live tomorrow. Till then, have a freaking awesome day. Bye for now.